I think your nervous system starts to be like, fuck.
Getting up here means learning how to appreciate the pain.
Oh yeah, we have one more thing. One sexy question to end on.
Perfect. Nailed it.
I hear my lucky story.
Yes.
Okay, so I've been like,
Wait. What podcast is this?
This is Professional Yabbers, where we talk about fitness, friendship, and feelings and fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I've been like very into lately the, following my intuition and like looking for signs and whatever. So on my walks, as you do as well, look for 4-leaf clovers. So the other day I was weeding and I decided that I'm gonna let the clovers be, but I am weeding like the dandelions because those get crazy. I found not a 4-leaf clover, a 5-leaf clover.
Oh my.
So it was a 4-leaf clover, and then it had one, like, growing out in the middle. And I'm like...
Ooh. Like a third dimension of clover.
Yeah,
it's like flat.
I don't think I took a picture of it, but I will when I get home. And the last time I was doing this in my yard, I found a 4-leaf clover, but it was, like, one of the little tiny ones that, like... You know how there's, like, the clovers that are just like this?
Yeah.
And then there's the ones that are like
heart
this.
Ones.
It was a heart one. And those ones I feel like they're not as ubiquitous. Like,
they're harder to like sort out. I mean, as a professional 4-leaf clover finder myself, I found my first one of the season.
Hell yeah.
The other day.
When?
And I was like...
What day?
2 days ago?
From Friday?
Yeah.
That was the day I found my 5-leaf.
Yeah, on my walk. And...
That's crazy.
It was on my daily walk, and of course it was in the yard of the people who have the sign that's like, this property has cameras, and I'm like, like going and picking up their clover.
You're like,
but
yeah.
I swear I found it because I have been like, I'm gonna find a 4-leaf clover on my walks, and this walk I was just like detach.
Yeah.
Literally detached from the outcome, and I was like, I'm exhausted from doing this. And then I'm just looking down and
that's how it
and
happens.
I was like, goddamn.
Because I was doing the same thing. I was like, I remember telling myself on Friday, like internally being like, it's gonna happen when it happens. Just like stop worrying about it.
Stop worrying about the 4-leaf.
Like every patch, I would spend like 5 minutes like kind of looking through it, and then I'm like, I'm wasting time. Like the last one just popped out at me too. So, and then, the universe delivered. I do kind of want to look up what a 5-leaf clover stands for though, because I don't know if it has like a different meaning.
I don't know. I've never heard of a 5-leaf clover.
Me either.
So
I've definitely found those when I was a kid, and I was a fiend about it, and I would just sit at recess and be like, insane child.
I don't think I've ever found a 4-leaf clover, but I can't honestly say I've done much looking.
I think that you have to like kind of commit to looking.
Yeah.
You're like looking.
I feel
for
like
the
I got
herbs.
you into it.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I turned you onto this hobby.
But I feel like those are things that you can do to like get the universe to communicate with you.
Yes.
Like, that's an easy way to be like, okay, show me a sign that's a great sign.
Yeah.
Like, it's an easy portal, I guess.
It's working that muscle, that manifestation muscle.
Yeah.
I saw a reel that was like, I'm done with manifestation. Only womanifestation from now on. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
That is me.
I just bought the app and the podcast that I'm listening to a lot. They have a book, and it was on sale. I was gonna buy it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I'll wait. And then yesterday it was on sale. It was like half off, and I was like, now's the time.
Is it like a manifestation?
It's called How to Manifest.
Oh, okay.
It's like, it's the TBM one that I was telling you about. Lacey Phillips, or maybe I was telling you about it, but it's good. Like, it really helps you see it in a way that's like not woo-woo. Like, it is woo, but you see it in like the more scientific, like, this makes sense way.
Yeah, my mentor Chloe had me like do this little module on the reticular activating system.
Yeah.
And it's basically like the manifestation center of the brain. It's like the filtering system that you can't pay attention to everything that's happening
Right.
in the world all at once
Because there's like
so many inputs
right.
that are happening.
I think your brain takes in like 2% of what's actually going on.
Yeah.
But it's your belief system that is what is like dictating what you're paying attention
Yeah,
to.
which 2%. So if
Yeah.
you're like, I've had times where we're recording that I'm like, I swear I didn't see the red light. I don't think we're recording. I don't think, and I'm like panicky about it the whole time. And I'm like, if I just focused on like anything else in the whole world other than that, I would be able to like get through this. I mean, that's kind of a specific example, but it's like what you look for is what you see. If you're convinced that something is gonna go wrong or not turn out, it's like you're more likely to see that outcome, or even like bits of that outcome in whatever outcome happens.
Actually, one of the podcasts I was listening to, they made kind of a point that I didn't consider. Like, because you always think, oh, if I pay attention to things that are better, like more positive, then naturally, like my brain is just going to focus on those more often. But they were talking about your subconscious and how you have like these beliefs that are like rooted into you from things that happened in your childhood or whatever. And one of the examples they were talking about, which it might have been you I was telling, or my sister, it was like when you're a kid and you heard these two boys talking about what you thought was you. Like they were talking about you and said something that you took as negative. But then like the reality of the situation was actually either A, they weren't talking about you at all, or B, they were actually giving you a compliment, but you just like were looking for the negative in it, so you took like, oh, they called me fat, when in reality they might have been saying like,
she used to be fat and now she's not.
or like
something
she has a big personality, I don't know, like whatever it is, but what you perceive as happening is oftentimes like not even at all what happened. And it's like also how you communicate with people. That's why communication is so important, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like
two people can say, how are you doing? And two people can see it in two completely different ways. It depends on what filter your perception of the world is. If you think someone's being sarcastic or if you think they're being genuine.
Yeah, it's like, do you care? Do you actually care? Do you want to know? Or it's like, oh, they want to know.
Yeah. But even the headspace that you're in at that time, like, when that CVS thing just happened, I was like, okay, don't spiral, Kristen, like, it's gonna be okay, maybe, like, there's probably a reason for this happening, like, maybe
something good will happen when you go back to...
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it always ends up working out, and I think you just have to look at things like that instead of, the negative.
Going back to the communication, like, assuming what people think or what they mean, I've been kind of struggling with that with my clients, with being able to take what they say as positive or to expect them to have a positive reaction to what I say, because I'm like, what if they don't like it? I've been defaulting to that, and when I send a message, I feel myself getting worked up, and I've realize that I have to actively regulate my nervous system. Yeah. Not like, oh, I think I need to calm down. I'm like, okay, this is my nervous system being fired up because I'm out of my comfort zone and I don't see myself as like a leader or like someone who can
your self-limiting beliefs are like coming in.
Yeah. And I have to sit there and like get my body right and be like, you're safe, nothing bad is going to happen, even if they are upset or anything. First of all, don't assume that they're going to be upset. Like, there's no objective reason. Also, they never are. And then, like, you regulate yourself and get through it. And I've noticed that I can feel myself, like, coming down. And I'm like, okay, we did it. Yeah. We're back to baseline. I'm like, good job.
There's like these DIs or deep imaginings, which is basically just a meditation, and they have different things for different things that you're going through. So there's one that I find I go back to all the time, and it's the safety eye. And it's like, it brings you back into a space where you're like, okay, I feel safe, I feel worthy, and I feel like I'm like confident. And doing that before you're doing something that makes you uncomfortable, it's a game changer. But I know how you feel with the whole, like, what are they, am I even helping them?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, is it enough?
Yeah, that's hard, because it's like, I'm really struggling with that, actually, because it's like, how much time is fair to give to a client?
Or even like mental energy.
Right.
Effort. I feel like this could apply to your, like, even taking care of kids and stuff, being like, am I doing enough? Am I being enough for them?
No, whenever I start to get nervous like that, I just take a couple drops of catnip tincture and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. That's like a nervous system regulating potion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I use it.
Yeah, herbs are
Yeah.
magic.
No,
But yeah,
I
like,
mean, when
invest
I
how
was
much you need to
younger, I
invest.
probably was a lot more, like, unsure of myself, I guess.
Mhm.
But at the stage of life that I'm at now, like, I know how to take care of children. That's not difficult.
Yeah.
I know
I guess I felt that when I
the
was
only
nannying.
thing that they
That's why I
need
was-
is your undivided attention. And I can give them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that part's easy.
I guess
But I'm
that
not
is
trying
the
to
whole
build
job.
something. Yeah, I'm not trying to build something like you guys are. I'm literally just like enjoying the second
Yeah.
half of my life now. At this point, I think.
And I think that
I love having your perspective
I
because
know.
we're over here like, "Meh," and then
Yeah,
you're like,
and I'm like, dude, don't worry.
yeah,
One day everything changes, and you're just like, bro,
yeah.
I have been causing myself so much anguish for no reason, and then you just put it all down and
we're
walk
like,
away.
we get there in little steps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
and
get
that's
there in
like
a breath out.
doing something
you
new
guys
is
are-
always gonna make you go like this.
You guys are coming into the world. You're like, I'm an adult. Here I am. Look at what I can do. There's that's what's nice about having the different stages, because you're brand new. You're like, I'm here. I'm gonna figure out what my thing is and I'm gonna present it to the world. You're like, all right, I think I know what my thing is.
Like,
I'm
I've
trying
been
to
around
refine how I'm going to make this my way that I
Yeah.
help the world or whatever. And I'm at the stage where I'm like, I don't need anybody to care anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go enjoy myself.
You know what?
Liberating.
You know?
What I've been struggling with lately is like, I used to definitely have self-limiting beliefs on like, okay, I like this thing, but I couldn't make this thing a career. And now I'm realizing that's wrong. Like,
Yeah.
if I really like something, I can do whatever I want with it.
Mhm.
But I heard this thing on a podcast the other day, and it was the expanded podcast, and she was like, she had been manifesting something for 4 years, and she was like, it took a very long time, and it was actually her getting married. But like, she had been engaged, and it was just finding the venue. And long story short, she realized that like she had blocks about getting married that she had not dealt with, and that's why like every time she would go to get the venue or figure it out, like something would come up and it just didn't feel right. But her point was like, I needed to move through that in my own timeline, in my own like way, and I wouldn't have changed anything about it. But like, if you knew that your whatever you want to manifest is for sure gonna happen, how are you showing up today? Because if you're like holding on for dear life and you're like trying to control, which is me, every part of the situation, and you're not like actually looking at what is stopping you like deep down, then it's gonna take longer. But if you can just like, you know, let Cat take the wheel, if you will, and just like do what feels right in that moment and be present, then it will actually come sooner. One, because your nervous system is going to be regulated, which is just going to help. And two, like, you're not like causing that tension because you're trying so hard.
Yeah. I used to listen to Abraham Hicks, and she would say this thing. She was like, I just lost my train of thought immediately. Sorry.
Oh, I have a thing. I was like,
Go ahead.
I have a thing. I love when I hear about a concept and then or like I know something and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of how it works, and then someone says a name for it or a
Yes, and you're like,
that one.
yeah.
So backwards law have you heard of the backwards law?
I don't know if I've heard it called this.
It's literally what you just described. Is like the thing is guaranteed. Now just see everything like backwards from there and be like, I'm going to have this. This is going to be the reality. Like just kind of visualize, or when you're journaling or whatever, like from the future you perspective.
Yeah.
Or even just the way you move through life, like knowing that is set in stone. And when I heard this and I was like, oh my God, I've done this so many times where I'm like, that it's just how it's gonna be. And I don't feel confident saying that, but an example I thought was your house. When I was like, this girl is gonna live around the corner from me. It's going to happen. She's my neighbor.
Yeah.
Kristen is my neighbor. And I would just I would walk past your house on my walks and be like, oh, there's Kristen's house.
Yeah.
Like just to myself and just acting as if is the backwards law.
I think that's a good trick to be able to like take the aligned action without causing the resistance is to just know it's gonna happen and then start like doing things that are just like putting you in that. For me, it was like looking at houses on Zillow. I was talking to my client about this the other day because she's in like a rough situation, and the end goal for her, like where she wants to be, is very far away. Like she has a lot of shit that she's gonna have to like struggle through. And and I'm like, you just have to like take it piece by piece and know where you want to go ish. Like you don't have to be like, I want this. Like know how you want to feel, where you want to go, and then just put yourself in places or do things that are gonna bring you closer to that. Because I feel like that's the taking aligned action. But when you're worrying about, is it gonna like pan out? How many steps do I have to go through? That's when I think your nervous system starts to be like, fuck.
So, what I forgot when I lost my train of thought, what I was gonna say is, Abraham Hicks talks about like, so every time you make a decision, you're letting the universe know like, this is what I want. But how you get there isn't up to you, it's up to the universe. And the universe knows you better than you know yourself and knows how to surprise and delight you all the way along the way, making the journey more impressive than the destination. The only thing you have to do is let go of all the resistance and stop trying to force things to happen in your way, the way you think they have to happen. Because like, if here's you and here's this thing that you want, like your client, it's way over here, and you can't see the path to get there, the universe can see 152 million paths to get there.
Yeah. Like, this way.
As soon as you stop trying to force it to happen, you're just gonna float down one of those paths.
Find your 4-leaf clover.
It's like the path to, if you just take away your control, it's so much more easeful getting there. But I do think that sometimes this is where I think people get hung up with like, you do have to just kind of let go, but you can't just let go and be like, it's just gonna fucking happen.
Right, you still have to be intentional with your time.
Yes, and you have to figure, I think what you would need to do is ask yourself, what is it about me? What happened to me that is like causing me to, like causing this block? Like what is it that I am hung up on, that I like don't have confidence or whatever it is? And if you can work through that, then I think that's when things really start to like pan out. And I think the universe has a good way of being like,
yeah, it'll keep giving you a lesson over and over again until you figure it out. Yeah.
So like, that's where the universe is never like punishing you, I wouldn't say. It's trying to teach you something.
It's causing you to grow.
Yeah.
Whenever we have these conversations, I feel like we need to disclaim like the outlier situations of, or at least I feel the need to disclaim, like there are random horrible things that don't contribute to anyone's benefit, like kids getting diseases and like, I don't know, fucking violence in politics and stuff.
Well, that's
But
because
I-
you're looking at it from a limited view. If kids didn't die from diseases and we didn't have this incredibly sad thing, then what reason would doctors have to find cures for these things?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of look at it that way too. Of like, horrible things happen, and horrible things are going to happen in our lives. I mean, we've all gone through like
Yeah.
shit storms.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
there's things I wouldn't wish on anyone that have happened to me, but I'm like, I wouldn't be who I am.
And you wouldn't
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
though, like,
It was
right.
necessary. In my life, it made sense.
Yeah, and I think that that's where it's like, life is just hard sometimes, but if you can choose to look at the bright side,
Yeah.
it's just easier.
I just wanted to like put that out there
Right.
that we're not discounting anyone's the feeling of going through a hardship is like valid.
Yeah.
It's not- you don't have to be like, oh well, this is part of my growing experience, because like in 2022, 2023, when I was like going through it, I was like, there is no light at the end of the tunnel, and I wish I had all the mindset work and the reframes and the stuff that I have, the knowledge that I have
Yeah.
now. But just yesterday, I was talking to my mom, and she said that she was looking through photos of her mom, and that I was in one of the photos, and she didn't recognize me because she was like, "Who is that?" And she said there was like no light behind my eyes; that I just looked like vacant and absent. And she said your hair was like greasy and tucked behind your ears, weird and like really forced. So I was like, "Ooh, that's a bad look." But she said I didn't like have the energy even in the photo.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's because I had no hope.
When
I couldn't see the way out.
Yeah, I feel like that when I went through like my drug thing. I look back at the few pictures and I'm like, that girl just had no fucking idea like what to do.
How to get out.
But I think that you have to look at situations like that and be like, okay, this sucks, what can I learn from it? Instead of like, this sucks, I might as well give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be a phoenix without a fire. Like,
Yeah.
you have to have something that causes you to test yourself. Like, what am I capable of, even?
I
Yeah.
think it's
You know?
good to realize that in to have those realizations in moments where life is really good. Like Maria and I were talking about this, is we had like a great Thursday night, great Friday night, great Saturday morning, and we're like, wow, we need to remember that everything in our lives has led up to these good moments the next time we have bad moments. Because we can't think, God, everything in my life has led up to this shit, when then who knows, the next day, the next weekend could be a sunny evening outside grilling.
Right.
Or like just the little things in life. Like everything has led up to us sitting on this couch, to knowing each other.
Right.
To if I hadn't gone through my shit, I wouldn't have gained weight and then lost weight and then went to the gym.
Right.
I wouldn't have, like, it's just all part of it.
I think about if I wouldn't have gone through my shit, I might not have these tools now, or maybe I would have them later to like live a happy life. Because we all are very good at now seeing the beauty and like the simplicity of life, and that's what you're living for.
In the mundane,
Like
yeah.
growing, I feel like we live to grow as people, and we live to just like those little simple moments, like being freaking outside and looking
Yeah.
at something blooming and being like, holy fuck,
Mhm.
that's
Going,
amazing.
getting coffee and going on a walk when it's
Yeah.
like unplanned, and it's like, okay, we have time, let's just make this happen, and then it's just like a delightful little morning.
Yeah.
Like you never
Dude,
know.
Just seeing the wind make like little leaf tornadoes, like it's
You gotta
magical.
notice.
Yeah.
You gotta notice things.
You really do.
Magical.
And I think you have to realize that like happiness isn't this. I think people put too much pressure on being happy. Of like, it's this thing that you're always gonna feel
Yeah.
like good, and you're never gonna have pain, and it's like that is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Even when you get to here where like you're dying to be now, then you're gonna be there, and then you're gonna have something else. So that's why you
Yeah.
really have to just live in the present moment
Yep.
and enjoy it.
Getting up here means learning how to appreciate the pain,
You have to
not just
choose
the good moments.
And not even just like appreciate it, but see what good it's bringing
Right.
you.
That's what I mean by like, it's not just bad things are happening to you.
Yeah.
Bad things are happening to you because it's trying to teach you something about yourself, and if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss the message. And guess what? Bad things are gonna happen to you again because you haven't learned anything.
Yeah.
So you have to, when things are challenging, ask yourself, like, what is my perspective on this, and why am I making it challenging, and what's a different perspective I could have on this very same thing if I wasn't so close to the thing. And Mike used to tell me this analogy, like, you can't read a menu when it's, like, right here in your face.
Right.
And sometimes you're just too close to the problem to be able to see what's happening and what the solution is, or why it's your perception of the thing that's wrong, not necessarily the thing. So just, like, when things are challenging, just take a breath and, like, really try to unpack what's actually happening.
And try and, I was telling, actually, Jake was, like, stressed about something and wasn't going to make as much money as he was hoping on this one job. And I at first was like, well, maybe you shouldn't have, like, quoted it too soon, whatever. But then I was like, you know what? That's how you learn. Like, that's how you learn for next time.
Especially in the beginning of starting something new. You're
like,
going to make mistakes.
And that's the only way to, like, not make them is to make them sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'll know now.
Yeah, you can't learn from something that you haven't done.
Right.
And if you expect yourself to go into something and, like, master it on try one, I mean, not to, like, go back to clients and stuff again, but just the difference between onboarding call number 1 verse 2 verse 3, it's, like, not just my level of confidence, but, like, knowing, okay, don't let her ramble for too long about one thing. Like, you gotta steer the conversation back here if you want it to be able to go back here. And you just gotta learn actively and not be frustrated by the learning.
Right, and that's where I think it wraps back to, like, if you look at the frustrating parts of learning as, like, these are actually little nuggets that I can, like, use for next time, it's actually, like, a gift. It's like, here, you learned, now go do better. But it's like this just, I think it comes back to this control that we feel like we need to have on being happy and, like, what that is. It's like, this is happiness.
Yeah.
Growing is, like, the journey to moments like this, I feel like. And, I mean, honestly, I feel like growing is happiness if you, like, look at it that way.
And just recognition, and not being like, well, this is how it's supposed to be as soon as you feel content.
Right.
You have a good day, just being like, well, that's what it's supposed to be all the time. And then when you have a bad day, it's like, what is this? It's like thinking of bad days as, okay, this is a baseline this is a floor I can raise. And at good days as, like, I can enjoy this and be present right here.
Also, how would you even know to appreciate a good day if you didn't have a bad day to contrast the feeling with?
This is true.
Yeah. It's just, it comes back to being present, really. Just, like, what can I be grateful for in this moment despite anything that's going wrong? And know that the, like, dreams that I have that haven't come to fruition are eventually going to, but I just need to have, like, full trust in myself that that's going to be the case.
Those are your dreams. You have them for a reason. You're supposed to experience the things that you want to experience in your lifetime.
Yeah. I am having a bit of a, like, pull of, not pull, but I think this is why I needed to take a beat, because I'm like, I need to really sit with myself and, like, think about what I really enjoy doing. And I don't think people do that enough. I don't know. I don't think people, like, really lean into what they enjoy and then just sit with it. It's like they think, okay, I know that I like this, so I'm just gonna, like, go with this. But it's like,
or you want to like something as much as you, I don't know, do you actually enjoy it, or do you enjoy the idea of you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
but also I
think I want this because it would look good to others, or it is something I used to want. It's like, no, what do you actually want right now?
Or, like, how can I make what I want my own, in a way? Like, you don't have to follow the path that everyone else is following to get to where you want. And, like, it might look different for you. I think that, I don't know, now I'm like rambling in my mind, but I just think it comes down to taking the time to sit with yourself.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of your own thoughts, of silence. Go on a freaking walk with no music or podcasts.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, or drive to work without listening to a YouTube video. I feel like people, a lot of the time, I don't want to say like people, but me.
Yeah, we all do.
I've had eras when I've been like, next podcast, next video,
yeah.
and it's like, are you just avoiding your thoughts? Like, because you would get a lot more out of like just sitting with yourself and being like, why do I feel the need to distract myself from my own life? I've been obsessed with my other decks. Oh, speaking of this, real quick, just so are we seeing a psychic tomorrow?
No.
No?
Well, first of all, the weather is like not going to be nice, and he messaged me like a few weeks back, and he was like, "Are we still doing this?" And I'm like, honestly, let's just reschedule for later in the year because
I just wanted to check because he suggested that I get this other deck, and I've been using it, and I know I did the reading on my one deck for you guys, but the deck that he used for us, I have been learning that one. It's sitting right there. It's called Lenormand cards.
Oh, nice.
And the one way that you could do it is your current state of, you like pick a goal or something you're working toward, and it's like your current state, how you're going to get there, and how it's going to end up. And when I do this like one time for each goal or thing that I want.
Yeah.
Like I don't kind of, like for cat cards, I feel like we kind of go back to the same thing, and it's like, I need another message on this, I need more perspective on this. For this one, it's like, I don't know, I feel like this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I have like burst into tears after these drawings a few times. They're powerful.
That's cool. I love that.
Okay.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Interesting.
Not for you. In protection.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I feel like one of us got that last time, but that was a long time
I
ago.
did. I got that not too long ago.
I don't even
I got the Fates.
know what I was thinking
The
of.
Fates is an interesting one that I always feel like I need reminded, like I need to reread it. I got Imagine in protection mode.
I like what we call it protection mode.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other night. I'm like, I say protection mode when really it's just like, in my journal, I was like, I stopped writing protection mode and I wrote upside down because
You're like, I sound silly.
well, because protection mode makes it sound kind of negative, and usually it's not a negative.
It's not.
It's
no.
more of like
Different.
just kind of be aware of this. Like you might be doing this, and maybe you need to like do this.
Jeez, this book is broken in.
Yeah.
It's the Serenity Prayer is the first thing it says.
Oh, nice.
Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective by nature and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. So, summary of the podcast.
Yeah. Alright, what is this? 20.
Gosh. Colette Baron Reed.
I know.
Colette Baron Read my mind.
Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, illusions.
Deep imagining? What were you talking
Yeah.
about?
Well, and you know what? Like, as soon as I was like, Kristen, just take some fucking time and just be with you, do what feels good. Now I'm like, the block has like subsided, which is just, I really think as soon as we let go is when things will just come. Like,
Yeah. Let go and things will flow.
also, I told you guys my 40% off story.
Yes.
Have I told you that I've been seeing 444 on the clock, like, all the... Literally, I look at I've been taking screenshots of my phone, because every time I look, it's like 444, and I'm like...
Interesting.
And then, I got this, like, just ping to buy a scratch-off lottery ticket, because I was
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, Because I had cash on me for some reason, and I was like, whatever. Cash isn't real.
What were you buying? When you were buying in a place.
Actually, I was just getting gas.
Okay.
But
sorry.
I got like, I actually told the lady, I was like, just pick the one that you feel is right. And it was like the lucky number 7 one. And so I did it. So I won like $20, but it was so if you get number 7, you get whatever the amount is. And I got 4 7s, and it was $4 per 7. And I was like, what the fuck does that, like...
Next time the
That's
Powerball is at 44
I know,
million.
right?
Well, when we were talking about this and you were talking about the 4s, I was like, dude, I've been seeing 7s everywhere.
Yeah, I do
like,
remember
that's funny
that.
it was the 7 and the 4, because I have been seeing 7s like...
Yeah, I do
like
remember you
way
saying
more
that.
than usual.
Yeah.
Way more.
Have you looked up what they mean?
Yeah, it's alignment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alignment with like
I love that.
whatever your purpose is or whatever.
Yeah.
That when you had your seeing like 9s era
Mhm.
was like very much at the time when you had like a lot of ending things, and then you had your 0s era. Like it's just
weird. Like if you
is.
just pay attention.
Pay attention. And the RAS, reticular activating system, like you'll filter out the things that you're not supposed to see and filter in the things
Yeah.
you are supposed to see.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But
What's-
the more you pay attention to it, the more you get of it.
Right.
And it literally becomes almost like learning a new language. The more you immerse yourself in it, the more you understand
Oh my
it,
God.
the
It
more
is.
it like becomes a second nature
Yeah.
when you see it.
And I heard this somewhere. It's like the universe is like looking for people to communicate with.
It's like who's gonna get this if
So,
I
like,
send it down?
Yeah, if you start just like practicing that, you will see it. Like
Mhm.
it will happen probably sooner than
Oh
you
my
think.
god. Eye
But-
contact with the camera.
I want to know what your question was.
Oh yeah, we have one more thing. One sexy question to end on.
So this is for those of you who stuck around to the end. You get the juice. The
Yay.
Who
juicy.
stuck around to the end?
So
Poor people.
I was recently having an adult encounter, and
Oh.
I was thinking to myself,
This is gonna
as
be
one
good.
does, I've never actually watched this person climax. I
Like watch the
like
face.
watched what happens to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, for science, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm
That's a
going
great-
to. And it was very interesting. It was very interesting.
I bet.
And I was like,
It's
whoa,
crazy
I don't
no
know why I
deadline.
never thought to do this before. Just watch what happens to them.
That's like pure bliss.
Dude, their eyes roll back in their head. He looked like he was like possessed for
Yeah.
a minute. I was like, oh my god.
Okay, wait.
So then I was just wondering, have you guys ever done that?
Me first, because I have a different perspective, being a lesbian and all.
Yeah.
We be out here taking turns. So
Yeah.
I see that
Yeah.
shit every time.
You
Yeah.
get to see
And
it every time?
it's like the highlight. for
Yeah.
But I think I'm always so focused on me, because when it's a guy and a girl, like the girl has to be paying attention and
You have
focused,
to. Yeah.
or else nothing's gonna happen for
Oh
us.
no, I'm fully watching.
Yeah.
She's fully like we're.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not sure I've ever watched the face. Like I know for a
Oh,
fact I've
missing
paid
out.
attention to the sounds.
Or like when the feet go like
Yeah,
out.
like you can tell when it's happening, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever like looked.
I highly recommend the
You're
next
right
time
about
you're
eyes.
up on top,
Yeah.
going for a ride, watch what's happening.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I love this. On that note, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Like and
Yeah.
subscribe and watch your.
I have a comment, but we'll save it for next time.
Okay. Oh my god. Put your coffee. I was gonna say I need a hug.
Oh,
That was fun.
that was. Oh my gosh, my feet are so dirty.
Views spike.
Sorry, feet fetish people.
Perfect. Nailed it.